Hi, how y'all doing? Today is Tuesday, November the 5th, 2024. Here in Ontario, Canada, the sky is cloud covered again. Rained all day. I think pretty much throughout the night, too. I didn't sleep well. I got up many times to use the bathroom. And yeah, my legs were aching. So, tossing and turning kind of thing. My legs are aching big time today, too. Alright? My upper spine's not that bad, but the lower part, my legs are bothering me. My ears aren't ringing either today. Had a bit of a pressure on the top of my head today, earlier, but that's gone. So yeah, the Schuman yesterday was at 66, so quite high, right? I made a beef stew, made bread, just stuff. I had energy, and not very much icky. So I had a good day, right? The Schumann was higher too. It's a hit and miss with me, right? Sometimes when the Schumann's high, it freaking cripples me up. And then other times it gives me energy. It's the same as when it's low. I suppose it's whatever energy they're pumping in through it, you know? So because they say it's kicked off by the storms, by the CMEs, the solar flares, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know the science behind it, other than they're messing with us. I was a bit disappointed too yesterday. I was listening to a astrologist, right? And she had a lot of good things to say about what was coming down the road here. But she also said that the governments weren't going to be over till 2026. And I was like, what? How does that happen? One astrologer says 2025. Another one says 2026. And then I remember what Chief Rod Hayes says, and I looked it up on the internet already, that in 2025 there's going to be like this, I can't remember the words he used to describe it in the article that the news reported on or whatever, or his team, whatever, but like World's Fair in the United States in 2025 to bring out new technology, all this stuff, right? And Rod was the one that brought it to my attention, and I confirmed it by researching it myself. And that stuff cannot be unveiled while we still have mega rich corporations that rule the world, right? But we know the corporations are gone because that's what all those CEOs stepping down and everything has been over the last 4 years. Because that's another word of saying that they got, get mode, whatever you want to call it, all right? Or capitulated, as Janine would say. All right, I'll do what you say, just don't kill my family. Stuff like that. Hope YouTube don't take that the wrong way. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am not talking about harming anyone. I cause no harm. So yeah, I've learned my lessons over the years. Come on. Right? So yeah, I was a bit disappointed about that. And then I thought, well, my soul's not resonating with it. That's why I'm feeling it's bothering me. Right? So maybe she's reading the chart wrong. I don't know. I guess it's a waiting game anyway, isn't it? They say nobody knows. And nobody can tell when it's going to happen. So yeah, my bad for listening to people. But they can't carry this on for much longer because too many of us are awake and know the truth, right? They're just greedy reptiles ruling the world kind of thing. And they've been got. The Alliance, the Space Force, and, the White Hats. I've got them already. Or we'd be in friggin' like concentration camps. The unjobbed, that is. Right? So, yeah. He's just not talking about it. It's got to be a big surprise, don't you know? They keep on airing this video commercial advertisement on YouTube about Flanders Fields, right? Because Memorial Day, Remembrance Day is coming up on the 11th or the 10th. I can never remember. I don't know. One of those days. And then I was thinking about the poppy. And I know that when something dies and you bury it in the ground, daisies grow from it, not poppies. So I was thinking it's got to be a ritual of some kind that they've done, right? Or they put all these soldiers and poppies, and they sell poppies. I think it's sort of like because of the opium. What do you get from poppies? Opium, right? And that's probably what all those men died for, was fighting the corporations' war so that they could deal in the poppies. If you catch my drift, right? And people go around celebrating it all the time. Here in Canada, wearing the red poppies on Remembrance Day, and having the Legion has a fanfare at the cenotaph with all the soldiers' names on it, stuff like this, right? They're all rituals, you know? And make money off of it too. So I thought, yeah, that's something that bad guys would do, right? Shove it at your face. Go ahead, celebrate. Your ancestors were drug dealers or helped us become drug dealers. Stuff like that, right? I know, I think different. And then I dreamt all night too, but I can't recall anything. Nothing stuck out. But I had very low energy today. The Schuman was at 12. So like way down from yesterday's 66, right? My legs just been bothering me since I got up, since last night when I was in bed. But yeah, just not comfortable. There's no such word as can't. I'm not comfortable laying down, sitting, right? So it's one of those days for me. But I'll get over it. I always do. Alright? So I ordered takeout, not from a chain restaurant, from like a mom and pop's restaurant. And the guy that delivers is half owner of the store, the restaurant. And he hits on me all the time, right? And this man just, yeah, I'm sure he got this thing probably a couple times, right? You know? And because of his energy, I can tell usually, right? And his debit machine wasn't working. And he was like, I don't know what's wrong with it. It was okay. I preloaded it, turned it on. Usually it works, right? And I was like, yeah, you know what people that believe in UFOs would say? What's that? And I said that the aliens, the ships, use our electronic devices, you know, phones, your computers, your TV, your vehicles, to cloak their ships, for the energy to cloak their ships. He's like, yeah, that doesn't happen. That's not a thing. That's not possible. I said, anything is possible. So what do you mean it's not possible? Anything's possible. He goes, well, yeah, you're right about that, right? But it was the way he was looking at me. He wouldn't look at me. He turned his eyes away and like gazed into, into nothingness. Like just shut his brain off so he couldn't hear what I was saying, right? And I know I got him because before he left, he put his head down when he went to walk out, right? Like I said, I can read people pretty good. Their body language, everything, right? And so I was like, yeah, you have a good night, right? Closed the door, and then it was like, yeah, I got him. You know what I mean? He had nothing to say, right? I shut him right up. But he asked for it, hitting on me all the time. Who the heck does he think he is? That's not a way to do business, you know? And he doesn't do it with any finesse. He just says vulgar things, right? It's not the way you speak to a lady. It isn't. But yeah, I got him. I thought it was funny. I was in the kitchen going, yeah, I got him, you know. He is just me. But I heard that is a thing, you know. They use our electronic devices and electricity, whatever. It's everything that's been glitching to help shield the cloak on their ships. So, because they're probably far away from wherever they come from, whatever part of the realm that we're not allowed to know about, right? I imagine it's huge. If you think about the giants, right? Like 23, what did I hear? It was 2,300 foot giant because they measured the the footprint that's embedded in the stone, the rock, right? And if you had giants walking around that tall, you'd need a lot of land, wouldn't you? You know? I'm just thinking, looking at the size of my area, you know, if I was a giant, I wouldn't just, like, going to the next town would be a couple of steps. So they're going to cover a lot of space, a lot of area, right? So the realm must be really big, right? It's just the way my way of looking at it, knowing about the ice ring or dome and all that shit, right? The ice wall, I suppose we say. And then I seen a program yesterday that said there's an ice wall outside of that one, another one, but I don't know. We'll have to do more research, right? Yeah. I was trying to find my ancestors' mother's name today on the internet. Could not find it, right? Because they called him a free black, right? From Pennsylvania, you know? But he was not a slave. He performed in front of Queen Victoria. She gave him a silver bugle, all right? I wonder what happened to his bugle. But in the end, he got chased out of town by the Caucasians because of the race war they started, you know, trying to make everybody hate each other because we're different, but we're not, right? We're just different shades. Everybody's got melanin in them because your ancestors had to, in order to still be here and for you to ascend, you got to have one drop of blood, melanated blood. That's why Robert says we all have Anunnaki in us, because that's when they Enlil or Enki fixed Enlil's mistake when they were creating us or tinkering with us, whatever the hell you want to call it. You're already here when they were messing with our DNA to make us better slaves for them to get their gold and put in the worship gene so everybody would believe in their God, right? My God's name is Mama, Big Mama, right? So yeah. Oh well. Not a nice day here, weather-wise. They must have cloaked ships. I've seen there were ships. I was watching Mr. MBB 333 last night, and a bunch of people in the States seen probably a bunch of, I don't know what you call them. I call them skips off of a mothership, right? They videoed it. He put it on YouTube, all right? So they're there. What they're doing, I'm not sure. Hopefully they've gotten rid of all the corporations' UFOs, right? Because those are suckers that fund everything. Even the sex trafficking. They're probably the big lizards, you know? Just saying. So, yeah. Alright. Weather's supposed to break tomorrow, but it's still supposed to be cloudy, so we'll see. Alright? Hopefully I have more energy. I should probably go shopping. Maybe check out the mattress place. I'm not sure. So I just want to say too, I got a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to me. I'm grateful. I am. So yeah. Okay. I love you all's consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.